Dear students, welcome back to my channel. In this class, I will tell you one simple and interesting concept called electrostatic shielding. Okay. So, what is the meaning of this word shield? Shield means just like a protection. Okay. So, electrostatic shielding means it's a technique or it's a process or it's a phenomenon of protecting certain region or protecting certain things from the effect of harmful electric fields. Okay. So, it's a technique of protecting certain region or certain things or certain devices from the effect of harmful electric fields. It is called electrostatic shielding. So, you can get it for 1 mark in your examination. Please remember. So, it's a technique of protecting certain region or certain devices from the harmful external electric fields. It is called electrostatic shielding. Actually, one of the simplest technique to achieve this electrostatic shielding is, see, let us consider a spherical conductor, a spherical shell I will take, which is a uniformly charged one. What is the value of electric field inside this shell? That is 0. Therefore, if you place any object inside this, in this hollow space, so since the electric field is 0, there will be no effect of electric field on this substance. Okay, so this technique of protecting certain things from the harmful external electric fields is called electrostatic shielding. So here you can place a few delicate instruments like galvanometer, ammeter, voltmeter and so on. Okay, so there will be no effect of external electric field on those particular devices. Okay, so this is the simple technique of protecting them. Okay, similarly, so in case of raining, so where you can observe thunderstorm accompanied with lightning, so there is a possibility of thunderbolt also. In such conditions, how can we save ourselves means, so suppose if there is a car means, so we can enter into the car. So if we sit inside that car means, so we will be saved from those thunderbolts. How means? The body of the car is made up of what? Yes, of course, metals. The body of the car is made up of metal. Hence, this hollow space contains E is equal to 0. That is, there will be no electric field inside the car. Hence, if you sit inside a car means you can't get, you won't get, so the thunderbolt. Okay, thunderbolt never hits you. Please remember. So, this technique of protecting certain region or certain things from the effect of harmful electric fields is called as electrostatic shielding. And usually we call this conductor as Faraday's cage. What? Faraday's cage. Okay, fine. Next, where can we use this electrostatic shielding apart from this? Means the concept of electrostatic shielding or the technique of electrostatic shielding will be used in the designing of electric cables for TV. Okay, TV cables are made with this technique only. You might have seen the TV cables, isn't it? The first coating is a plastic one whose color is almost, yes, of course, black. Wherever you go, you can find the black color cables. Inside that black color coating, so there is a metallic mesh like this. There is a metallic mesh which prevents or which reduces the effect of harmful external electric fields. Okay. In this core, between this wire gauge and this copper wire, there is one more coating, again plastic one, like this. So there is a lot of protection for that copper wire. Okay, so this technique is called electrostatic shielding. TV cables are designed with the concept called electrostatic shielding. Okay, fine. Now you can able to answer my question. What is electrostatic shielding? Electrostatic shielding is a technique or it's a phenomenon of protecting certain region or protecting certain things from the effect of harmful external electric fields. Okay. Now let's come to a new concept called electrical capacitance of a conductor. Electrical capacitance of a conductor. Please remember, capacitance of a conductor means the ability of a conductor to hold the electric charges. Okay, the capacity of a conductor means the ability of a conductor to hold the electric charges is called capacitance. Please remember, we know that the electric potential at a point due to an isolated charge. Otherwise, if I take a conductor like this, which is a uniformly charged one, though the charges are present on its surface, we will imagine that charge exactly at the center. That is what the Shell theorem says. I have already told it. I have said it in my previous classes. Okay. At this point, at some distance small r, the electric potential is given by V is equal to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q divided by R. Isn't it? Where Q is the net charge. It may be an isolated charge or it may be a charged conductor. So at a distance of small r from this center, so the electric potential is given by V is equal to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q divided by small r. From this what we can say, when I keep that small r constant, we can say V is directly proportional to Q. What does it mean? If more is the charge on this conductor, otherwise more is the magnitude of the charge, then more will be the electric potential we can expect here like that. Suppose if we keep on increasing the charge on this conductor means there will be rise in electric potential, isn't it? Therefore, electric potential is directly proportional to the magnitude of the charge. On removal of this symbol, we can put a constant called 1 upon C times Q. Otherwise, Q is equal to CV, where C is called capacitance of the conductor. Capacitance of the conductor means it is its ability to hold or to store the electrical charges. Please remember. And how to define this capacitance means very simple. Definition of C, that is capacitance. Here C can be written as Q upon V. Therefore, the ratio of amount of charge given to the conductor to the rise in its potential can be defined as capacitance. Otherwise, capacitance of a conductor can be defined as it is the ratio of amount of charge given to it to the rise in its potential. So that is the definition for electrical capacitance. Then what is the SI unit for this electrical capacitance? Take a look. Electrical capacitance Q upon V. The SI unit for Q is coulomb. SI unit for this potential is volt. Coulomb per volt. But actually we won't represent the SI unit of capacitance in terms of C and V, but we use a special word called farad, which is the short form of Michael Faraday. Okay, fine. Next, it is denoted by the letter capital F. So for your examination, So you will get an important 1-mark question on this SI unit of electrical capacitance. Define the SI unit of electrical capacitance. Define the SI unit of electrical capacitance. See, C is equal to 1 farad if Q is equal to 1 coulomb and V is equal to 1 volt. Can you define this? Now, C is equal to 1 farad if Q is equal to 1 coulomb and V is equal to 1 volt. What does it mean? How to define 1 farad? Actually, for this question, you have to first say that the SI unit of electrical capacitance is farad. Capacitance of a conductor is said to be 1 farad if 1 coulomb of charge is given to it to raise its potential by 1 volt. Like that, you must define. I will repeat once again. The SI unit of electrical capacitance is farad. The electrical capacitance of a conductor is said to be 1 farad if 1 coulomb of charge is given to it or added to it in order to raise its potential by 1 volt. So due to the addition of 1 coulomb of charge, if the potential will rise by 1 volt means its capacitance is 1 farad. As you know about 1 coulomb is a very huge amount of charge. So 200 years are required in order to create 1 coulomb of charge. If we remove 1 into 10 power 7 so much of electrons per second, isn't it? Therefore, since Q is equal to 1 coulomb is a very huge charge, C is equal to 1 farad is also very huge capacitance. So in practice, we always use the smaller units of farad, I mean capacitances. That is just like millifarad, then picofarad, nanofarad, microfarad, like that. We use millifarad means 10 power minus 3 farad. Microfarad means 10 power minus 6 farad. Nanofarad means 10 power minus 9 farad, whereas picofarad means 10 power minus 12 farad, like that. Okay. See, I will repeat once again an important basic concept. In order to understand the concept of capacitors, you should know this. Okay. Electrical capacitance of a conductor means it is the ability of a conductor to hold the electric charges. Okay. See, potential is directly proportional to charge. Therefore, if we keep on adding the charges to a conductor, its potential goes on increases. That is the concept of electrical capacitance. And here V is directly proportional to Q. You can also solve this like this. If V is directly proportional to Q, then Q is also directly proportional to V. Now you can remove this symbol and you can put C as constant. Otherwise, it is the actual thing. It is the correct method because potential depends on charge, not charge depends on potential. Therefore, so V is directly proportional to Q. This is the actual method. Here, in order to remove this symbol, after removing this symbol, we put the reciprocal of capacitance. Okay, fine. Now, if we come to the definition of capacitance, the definition of capacitance says that it is the ratio of amount of charge given to the conductor to the rise in its potential. Its SI unit is farad. Capacitance is said to be 1 farad if 1 coulomb of charge is given to the conductor in order to raise its potential by 1 volt. Please remember. Okay. Now let's come to the factors affecting capacitance of the conductor. Which factors affect the capacitance of the conductor means? So there are 3 factors. It can be asked for 2 marks. Factors affecting the capacitance of a conductor. Please remember, first point is shape and size of the conductor. Shape and size of the conductor. It will affect its capacitance. More is the size, more the charges it can hold. Like that. It is just like a pot. More is the size of the pot, more water it can hold. Like that. Okay, second one. Presence of nearby conductors. Presence of nearby conductors. And the third one, nature of the surrounding medium. Nature of the surrounding medium. So these are the three factors which mainly affect the capacitance of the conductor. Presence of nearby conductors means, so how that nearby conductor will affect its capacitance means, suppose if I bring one more charged body near it, it will produce induction effects on this. You might have seen in case of charging by induction. Okay, like that. The charges will alter. Hence. So nature of the surrounding medium, actually it also matters. So if the, okay, I will tell you later. So with some derivations. Okay, fine. Next. Similarly, electrical capacitance of a spherical conductor. Electrical capacitance of a spherical conductor. Of a spherical conductor. See, let us consider a spherical conductor having radius capital R. Let plus Q be the charge on its surface. Let plus Q be the charge on its surface. Okay. On the surface of the conductor, what is the electric potential? Yes, we know 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q divided by R, isn't it? Therefore, its electrical capacitance is, C is equal to Q upon V. What is the value of Q? Q only. What is the concept of, what is the value of V? 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q divided by R. If I cancel Q and Q, C is equal to 4 pi epsilon naught R. This is the value of electrical capacitance of a spherical conductor. Okay, now you can able to tell me which factors will affect the C. C is directly proportional to R and C is directly proportional to, okay, suppose it is in air. Suppose when I place this conductor in a medium other than air or vacuum, then it will become C prime is equal to 4 pi epsilon R into R. Like that we call. Therefore, C is directly proportional to R and C is directly proportional to epsilon R. Like this, the nature of the surrounding medium will affect the capacitance. This one. Okay, answer for this one. Fine. Next. Here, you can ask me one question. Sir, the expression for capacitance says that C is equal to Q upon V. No, sir. Here, Q and V, will they affect the C or not, sir? Please remember, though the expression for C consists of Q and V, they won't affect that capital C. Because if you increase the Q, V also increases. Suppose if Q is doubled, V also doubled. Double cancel, C remains constant. Similarly, if Q decreases, V also decreases. Therefore, though the equation for capacitance is given by charge by potential, both charge and potential never affect this capacitance. Please remember. Okay. Next. I will tell you one drawback of these spherical conductors. Why we usually don't use spherical conductors to store the electrical charges? Drawback of spherical conductors to store electric charges. See, suppose I need a spherical conductor of capacitance. If we need a spherical conductor having C is equal to 1 microfarad. If that spherical conductor has to have this capacitance, it should have this capacitance 1 microfarad. What is the radius required for us? What is the radius required for it? See, if we need a spherical conductor having C is equal to 1 microfarad, the radius of the conductor required is, see, we have that expression C is equal to 4 pi epsilon naught R. Next, R is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into C. C value is given 1 microfarad, and you know the value of 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, which is 9 into 10 power 9, and the value of C says 1 micro, that is 1 into 10 power minus 6. On cancellation, you get 9 into 10 power 3 meter, which is nothing but 9 kilometer. Oh my God! Can you imagine this? To have a capacitance of 1 microfarad, it needs a radius of 9 kilometers, that is a diameter of 18 kilometers. Can you imagine that a big conductor having a diameter of 18 kilometers, that is almost from KOLAR to Bangarpet, that much of size? Okay, it is very impossible. So this is the main drawback of spherical conductors. Therefore, spherical conductors are not suitable for the storage of electrical charges. Then what to do, sir? Therefore, see, only we are left with one option. If we increase the radius, means we can get the capacitance more. That is, we can store more charges. Therefore, it leads to the discovery of a new type of capacitors called parallel plate capacitors, like this. Instead of having the spherical conductors alone, so if we use two parallel plates, means they will store more charges. How means? See, for this parallel plates, the radius will be infinity, isn't it? Therefore, so it's a simple concept. Okay, it can able to store more electrical charges. Like that, we have to understand the concept of electrical capacitance. Electrical capacitance is nothing but it is the ability of a conductor to hold the electric charges. So it is for spherical conductor. Here this is the drawback of a spherical conductor. To have that capacitance 1 microfarad, it needs a radius of 9 kilometer, which is impossible practically. Therefore, so we have to study a special type of capacitors called parallel plate capacitors in our syllabus. Okay, let us discuss about parallel plate capacitors in the next class. Anyhow, thanks for